Good morning, dear student. Today we are going to revise the third chapter, that is fiber to fabric. Okay, like food and shelter, clothes are one of our basic need. Clothes protect us from the cold, heat, rain, dust, insects, etc. Okay, we wear different types of the clothes during the different season. You know that. Okay, in the winter we just wear the woolen cloths. In the summer we wear the cotton cloths. And the different types of the cloth material are made up of the different types of the fabrics. Okay, so they contains a different properties. Different types of the fabrics contain the different properties and texture. So first of all, what is fabric? It is produced by weaving and knitting the fibers. कैसे प्रोड्यूस होता है फैब्रिक? इट इज़ प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय विविंग एंड knitting the fibers. And what are the fibers? A thread from which a fabric is made up of. Okay, and there are the two types of fibers. First, that is the natural fiber, and second, that is the synthetic fibers. What are the natural fibers? Natural fibers are obtained from the plants and animals. For example, cotton and jute is obtained from the plant, and wool and silk is obtained from the animals. And synthetic fibers, these type of the fibers are synthesized in the industries from simple chemicals, as for example nylon, rayon, polyester. These are the synthetic fibers. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to read the natural fibers. Okay, natural fibers are of two types. They just obtained from the plants. You have read in the class 6, and you are just going to read. You have read. Okay, we are just going to revise the animal fibers. They are also comes in the category of the natural fibers. Okay, wool and silk are animal fibers. They are made up of the proteins. Okay, all the kinds of fibers or hair are made up of the protein. You know that our hairs are also made up of the protein. So wool is also made up of protein. Silk is also made up of protein. Wool is obtained from fur or the fleece of. Fleece means small hair. Okay, small hair is known as fleece of the sheep, yak, camel, angora goat, etc. And silk is obtained from cocoons of silkworm. Okay. So in this chapter we are just going to read about the wool. First of all, we will discuss about the wool, and after that we will discuss about the silk. Wool comes from the sheep, goat, yak and some other animals. Wool is present as thick coat of hair on the body of the wool yielding animals. Okay, and air get trapped in the spaces between the wool fibers. Air is the bad conductor of heat, so it does not allow the body heat to escape and keeps the body warm. There is a question, that is the very important question, how the wool keeps our body warm. So that is the answer. Air get trapped in the spaces between the wool fibers. Air is the bad conductor of heat. Conductor, insulators. Okay, now you know. You have read in the 4th chapter, but now you know what are the conductor and insulators. Okay, so it means air. It is the bad conductor of heat, so it does not allow the heat to escape and keep the body warm. Okay, so we are just reading about the wool, and we get the wool mainly from sheep. So the question comes, how we get the wool from the sheep? Okay, so there is the topic, that is the rearing of the sheep. So what is the meaning of rearing? Okay, rearing means rearing of sheep means to look after the sheep by providing them food, shelter and health care. In India, sheep are mainly reared in the hilly regions of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and plains of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat. Sheep are herbivorous, so mainly feed on the grass and leaves. What they eat? They just eat the grass and leaves. They are also provided pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes and the other materials. Okay, in winter the sheep are kept inside and fed leaves, grass and dry fodder. Okay, and how we get the new breed of sheep? Okay, we want the sheep with the small and soft and long fur. Okay, suppose we are just having the sheep which is having the small fur but it is soft. Okay, and there are the other sheep which is having the long hair but it is not soft, and we need the sheep विच इज़ हैविंग द सॉफ्ट एंड लॉन्ग थ्रेड। ठीक है, दोनों क्वालिटीज़ हमें एक ही में चाहिए। सो फॉर दैट वी हैव टू डू द सेलेक्टिव ब्रीडिंग। सेलेक्टिव मीन्स वॉट वी वॉन्ट, ओके, मीन्स कि what is the meaning of selective breeding? First of all, we will discuss about it. So in the case of the animals, breeding is done to obtain animals with the desirable characteristics. Desirable means what we want, जो characteristics हमें चाहिए, ठीक है, वैसे ही पेरेंट्स को हम चूज़ करेंगे। जैसे हमें कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स चाहिए कि हमारे पास जो शीप आए, न्यू ब्रीड जो आए, उसमें जो फ़र हो, एज़ फॉर एग्जांपल उसकी जो फ़र हो वो सॉफ्ट भी हो और लॉन्ग भी हो। और सपोज़ वी आर नॉट हैविंग द सच काइंड ऑफ ब्रीड, ओके, हमारे पास है तो सॉफ्ट है तो स्मॉल फर है, ठीक है, लॉन्ग है तो दैट इज़ हॉट, और हमें चाहिए सॉफ्ट और लॉन्ग। सो वी हैव टू डू द सेलेक्टिव ब्रीडिंग ऑफ द टू काइंड ऑफ शीप। मीन्स कि जिसके हेयर क्या है, सॉफ्ट है और स्मॉल है, और जिसके हेयर लॉन्ग है बट हार्ड है, उन दोनों की ब्रीडिंग करानी होगी, ठीक है। और ब्रीडिंग के बाद जो न्यू जनरेशन आएगी, मे बी इट इज़ 90% चांस जो न्यू ब्रीड आए वो वैसी आए जैसे कि हम चाहते हैं। ऐसा पॉसिबल 5% चांसेस ऐसे भी होते हैं कि ऐसा ना हो, बट देर इज़ द 90 to 95% चांसेस टू गेट द न्यू ब्रीड, ओके। सो दिस काइंड ऑफ ब्रीडिंग इज नोन एज द सेलेक्टिव ब्रीडिंग। सो व्हाट विल बी द डेफिनेशन? So in the case of the animals, breeding is done to obtain animals with desirable characteristics. The two individuals of the desirable characteristics are selected as parents. These are then crossed. Crossed means made to reproduce. Okay, to obtain new breed of animals having the desirable characteristics of both parents. This is called selective breeding. With this process, certain high yield breeds of the sheep have been raised. They have thick coat of hair on their bodies which yield good quality wool in large quantities. Okay. Okay, so next topic is processing fibers into wool. We get the fibers from the sheep, mainly from sheep, and we get the fibers, I have told you, from the llama, alpaca and Kashmiri goat, but mainly we just get the sheep in the wool in the large quantity from the sheep. So there is the topic, that is the processing fibers into wool. Okay, how we get the wool from the fibers means हमें fibers तो मिल जाते हैं, ठीक है, उनकी जो फ्लीस होती है उनसे हमें fibers तो मिल जाते हैं। So how we get the wool, अब उनसे हम wool कैसे बनाते हैं? So that is the next topic. Okay, topic processing fibers into wool. The wool which is used for knitting sweaters or for wearing the shawls is finished product of the long process which involves the following steps. Means there are the steps, some steps we get the wool. Okay, we just get the fibers from the sheep and after that we get the wool after some processes. So first process is known as shearing. Okay, what is the meaning of shearing? It is the 2-mark question and it is very important, and there was a question that is rearing. What is the meaning of the rearing of the sheep and what is the meaning of shearing of the sheep? Rearing of the sheep means to look after the sheep by providing them food, shelter and health care, that is rearing. And what is the meaning of shearing? It is the step of the processing fibers into wool, that is the first step. Fleece means hair of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin is removed from its body is called as shearing. Okay, so shearing is done, okay, during hot weather so that sheep सर्वाइव विदाउट प्रोटेक्टिव हेयर मीन्स इसकी जो हेयर होती है वो उसे प्रोटेक्ट करती है विंटर से, ठीक है, कोल्ड एटमॉस्फेयर से। सो इट इज़ शेयर्ड इन समर सीजन। कब शेयर करते हैं, कब उसके हेयर को रिमूव करते हैं? इन द समर सीजन। ओके, वाई द हेयर आर द फ्लीस ऑफ द शीप, okay, are the dead cells, so it does not hurt the sheep. I have told you, along with the thin skin, okay, the fleece of the sheep along with the thin skin of the sheep is removed from its body is called the shearing. Okay, so the layer of the skin which is just below the fleece, it is dead, so it does not hurt the sheep. Okay, so the hair of the fleece is the dead cells, so it does not hurt the sheep. And the instrument used to remove the fleece is similar to the shaving instrument as your father just shaved. Okay, he used the razor. Okay, In the same way, a large razor is used to remove the hair of the, or you can say fleece of the sheep, okay, by manually, when it is done manually. And there are the certain machines which can shear the skin of the sheep, okay. The second step is scoring. Scoring means the shaved skin, or you can say the sheared skin with the hair is thoroughly washed in the tank to remove the grease, dust and dirt. Means the fleece of the sheep is having the dust, dirt, okay, and other pollutants. So it is just, when it is removed, it is washed in the large tanks. So it is known as the scoring. Means washing of the fleece is known as scoring. The process of washing the fleece of the sheep, okay, to remove the dust, dirt, grease, etc. is called as the scoring. And the third step is shorting. It just comes after the scoring, that is shorting. First step shearing, second step scoring, third step shorting. What is the meaning of shorting? The hairy skin is sent to the factory where hair is different textures are separated or shorted, and this process is called as shorting. Means after scoring, the wool is separated or shorted into the various categories on the basis of its quality. ठीक है, इसकी क्वालिटी के अकॉर्डिंग क्या होता है, इसको अलग अलग हम सेपरेट करते हैं, ठीक है. ओनली फ्लीस ऑफ द लॉन्ग फाइन क्वालिटी इज सेंड टू द फैक्ट्री फॉर द फर्दर प्रोसेसेस. जो अच्छी क्वालिटी के फाइबर्स होते हैं उनको ही फैक्ट्रीज में भेजा जाता है, ओके. तो ये जो सेपरेशन होता है इन्फीरियर और सुपीरियर क्वालिटी का सेपरेशन, ये क्या कहलाता है, शॉर्टिंग. मीन्स शॉर्टिंग में हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम अच्छी क्वालिटी को और जो इन्फीरियर क्वालिटी, जो सुपीरियर क्वालिटी और इन्फीरियर क्वालिटी के जो फाइबर्स हैं उनको सेपरेट करके जो सुपीरियर क्वालिटी के फाइबर्स हैं उनको हम फैक्ट्रीज़ में फर्दर प्रोसेस के लिए भेज देंगे, ओके. सो डेफिनेशन, द प्रोसेस ऑफ सेपरेटिंग द लॉन्ग फाइन क्वालिटी फ्लीस from the remaining inferior quality of broken pieces is called as the shorting. And after that combing is done. Combing, the fleece is combed to remove the burrs. जैसे आपके स्वेटर पे बर्ड्स आ जाते हैं, ठीक है, बॉल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर अपीयर हो जाते हैं विंटर्स में, आपने देखा होगा. In the same way the burrs appears on the fleece of the sheep. To remove the burrs from the fleece, okay, it is combed. That is known as the combing. So process of removing the burrs from the fleece is called as the combing. The fibers are straightened in this step. Strain भी किया जाता है, स्ट्रेनिंग भी की जाती है इसकी, ठीक है. And the fifth step, that is dyeing. The natural fleece of the sheep is black, brown or white in color. The fibers obtained after combing are dyed in the various colors. Means जो natural color होता है वो फ्लीस का, वो क्या होता है, ब्लैक होता है, ब्राउन होता है और वाइट होता है. बट वी आर हैविंग दैट लॉट्स ऑफ कलर्स, ओके, लॉट्स ऑफ कलर. वी आर हैविंग द स्वेटर्स, शॉल एट्सेट्रा. फ्रॉम वेयर दिस कलर्स कम, they are just dyed. They are means the fleece is dyed, the threads are dyed in the different colors, okay. So this step is known as dyeing. And the last step, that is the sixth step, that is known as the spinning. So the straightened fibers are spun or twisted together to make the yarn. The wool yarn is either knitted or woven. The longer fibers are knitted into the wool for sweaters and shorter, okay, fibers are woven into the woolen cloth. So that is the question which comes in the 5 marks. ओके, अगर आपके 2 मार्क के क्वेश्चन में आता है राइट द प्रोसेसेस ऑफ फाइबर्स इनटू वूल, तो आप क्या लिखेंगे, आप सिर्फ स्टेप्स के नाम लिखेंगे. बट इफ देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन जस्ट डिफाइन द और डिस्क्राइब द प्रोसेसेस फ्रॉम द फाइबर्स टू वूल, तो यू हैव टू डिफाइन ऑल द स्टेप्स. सब स्टेप्स को डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा, ओके. यू हैव टू डिफाइन द shearing, आफ्टर दैट scoring, shorting, combing, and after that dyeing, and after that spinning. Got it? So there is the long question can come and the short question can come, okay. You have to prepare the 1 mark question, 2 mark question, 5 mark question. The topic is very very important, okay. 1 mark का question भी आता है, what do you understand by the shearing, what do you understand by the combing. इस process के बाद कौन सी process आती है, suppose there can be a question which step comes after dyeing, तो आपको लिखना है स्पिनिंग. विच स्टेप कम्स फ्रॉम शेयरिंग, कम्स आफ्टर द शेयरिंग, सो दैट इज स्कोरिंग. तो ऐसे क्वेश्चंस भी आने हैं. रियरिंग इज द इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, सेलेक्टिव ब्रीडिंग इज इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, ओके. एंड द स्टेप्स फ्रॉम द fibers to wool is also a very important. Discussed about the wool, how we get the wool from the fleece of the sheep. Okay, we discussed everything about the fibers of the wool, or you can say fleece of the sheep. Okay, so the next topic is silk. So what is silk? Silk is a fine, strong, soft and shining fiber obtained from the silkworm. It is separated from the cocoons of the silkworm. It is made up of the protein and is the strongest natural fiber. Okay, since it is an animal protein, on burning it gives the smell of the burning hair. Silk is costly fiber because of its natural shine appearance. Okay, it is having a beautiful luster. ओके ये बहुत खूबसूरत दिखता है ऑब्वियसली, और इसीलिए शायद ये बहुत ज़्यादा कॉस्टली है. ठीक, एंड सिल्क फाइबर्स आर कन्वर्टेड इनटू द सिल्क yarn which is used for making the silk cloth. This silk cloth is used for making the sari and other dresses. Okay, and there is the question, what is sericulture? It is also a most important question which comes in the 1 mark or 2 mark question. What to understand from the sericulture? Okay, the rearing of the silkworm for obtaining the silk is called as the sericulture. जैसे कि रियरिंग आप समझ चुके हैं, हमने पिछले टॉपिक में डिस्कस कर लिया व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ रियरिंग. तो रियरिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? टू लुक आफ्टर द एनी एनिमल बाई प्रोवाइडिंग देम फूड, शेल्टर एंड हेल्थ केयर. इट इज़ नोन एज रियरिंग. मतलब हम किसी भी एनिमल को अपने पास रखें और उसको फूड, शेल्टर और हेल्थ केयर प्रोवाइड करें, तो दैट इज़ नोन एज रियरिंग. तो इन द सेम वे वी आर जस्ट हैविंग द रियरिंग द सिल्कवर्म. सिल्कवर्म को भी हम अपने पास रखते हैं. वी आर जस्ट प्रोवाइडिंग देम फूड, शेल्टर एंड देयर इज़ नो नीड ऑफ हेल्थ केयर. ओके, बिकॉज दे आर द इंसेक्ट्स. सो दैट इज़ नोन एज द सेरीकल्चर. तो इस टर्म को हम क्या डिफाइन करेंगे? सेरीकल्चर. जब हम रियरिंग करते हैं शीप की, तो दैट इज़ ओनली रियरिंग. लेकिन जब हम स्पेशल काइंड में हम सिल्क वर्म की रियरिंग करते हैं, तो दैट इज़ नोन एज द सेरीकल्चर. अब वो क्या कहलाता है? सेरीकल्चर. इफ देयर इज़ अ टर्म सेरीकल्चर मीन्स द रियरिंग ऑफ द सिल्क वर्म फॉर ऑब्टेनिंग द सिल्क इज कॉल्ड एज द सेरीकल्चर. Okay, so China leads the world in the silk production. Other silk producing countries are India and Japan. Okay, and before we discuss the process of the obtaining silk, let us study of the life cycle of the silk moth. हम पहले क्या डिस्कस करेंगे? लाइफ साइकिल, सिल्क मॉथ की लाइफ साइकिल के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. We are just going to discuss about the life cycle of the silk moth. So female silk moth just lays the pale yellow eggs on the leaves of the tree such as the mulberry tree. Okay, and after that what happens? The worm like larvae called the caterpillar or the silkworms hatch out from the eggs in the 2-week times. The silkworm feed on the leaves of the mulberry trees and grow bigger in size. They eat the mulberry leaves. Okay, the caterpillar just comes out from the eggs, and after that they just eat the mulberry leaves. You can see over here the eggs on the mulberry leaves, and this is the caterpillar. It is the caterpillar. This is the male. Okay, these are the adult silkworm. It is the male silkworm, silk moth, and this is the female silk moth. And these are the eggs. This is the caterpillar. Okay, that is known as the silkworm. Okay, so what happens? The silkworm feed on the leaves of the mulberry tree and grow bigger in size. During the larval stage, the silkworm shed their skin 4 times while they grow. They can shed their skin 4 times. Okay, because they grow bigger in size. So silk is formed in the liquid form in the 2 glands in the silkworm's head. ये जो सिल्क प्रोड्यूस होता है वो कहाँ से प्रोड्यूस होता है? ये सिल्क जो प्रोड्यूस होता है वो सिल्कवर्म के हेड के पास 2 ओपनिंग्स होती हैं जो कि एक ग्लैंड होती हैं, और ग्लैंड से सिक्रीट होता है सेरिसिन. ओके, दैट इज़ द प्रोटीन, लिक्विड प्रोटीन सेरिसिन, और सेरिसिन दैट इज़ द हेड. ओके, देयर आर द 2 ओपनिंग्स. यहाँ पे 2 ओपनिंग्स होंगी और वहाँ से क्या होगा? लिक्विड सेरिसिन. Okay, sericin is produced, and after that in the pattern of 8 it just begin to okay, so we are just going to discuss about the life cycle of the silk moth. The female silk moth lays the pale yellow eggs on the leaves of the tree. You can see it is the silk moths. That is the male silk moth and it is the female silk moth, and they just lays the eggs on the mulberry leaf, and after some time, okay, 2 weeks, after 2 weeks time. And the worm like larvae called the caterpillars are the silkworm. Okay, the silkworms hatched out from the eggs in the 2 weeks. The silkworm feed on the mulberry leaves of the mulberry tree and grow bigger in size. During the larval stage, the silkworm shed their skin 4 times. While they grow, silk is formed in the liquid form in the 2 glands in the silkworm's head. Now the silkworm is ready to enter the next stage. Okay, the next stage of its development is called as pupa. Each silkworm begins spinning a cocoon by moving its head in the same pattern as that, the number 8. During these movements of head, the silkworm secretes silk in the liquid form through the tiny openings in its head. Liquid silk solidifies on contact with the air and becomes silk fiber. Within 2-3 days, the silkworm covers itself completely with silk fibers. Okay, the silky covering spun by the silkworm for its protection is called as cocoon. Okay, so it is called as cocoon. The cocoon is made up of the silkworm to protect its development as pupa, and after that, this is the cocoon which is having the pupa. When the pupa which is enclosed in the cocoon, develops fully to form an adult silk moth, then the cocoon splits up and the beautiful silk moth comes out, and adult silk moth lives only for few days. Okay, so this is the life cycle of the silk moth. Now we are going to discuss about the rearing of silkworm. So for obtaining the silk moths are reared and their cocoons are collected to get the silk thread. So rearing of the silkworm. Rearing of silkworm means to look after the silkworm by giving them proper food, shelter and health care. Okay, in a silk form, silk female moths are kept in the separate linen bags. Each female silk moth lays the 200 to 500 eggs at a time. The eggs are kept in the perforated means have the holes. Perforated cardboard boxes on the bamboo trays under hygienic conditions, suitable temperature and humidity. The eggs are warmed to the suitable temperature in an incubator. What is the meaning of incubator? An electrically warm box inside which a substance can be kept at the desired temperature. किसी भी desired temperature पे हम किसी भी substance को रख सकते हैं. एक ऐसा electrically warmed box होता है incubator. Okay, so it is kept in the incubator for the larvae to hatch from the eggs. The perforated sheet of the paper is placed over the hatching box or the tray and chopped mulberry leaves are spread over it. When the larvae, which is silkworm, hatch out of the eggs, they feed on the mulberry leaves. They eat day and night and increase enormously in size. Okay, they increase enormously in the size, and after that, after the 25 to 30 days, the silkworm stop eating and move to the teeny chambers of the bamboo in the tray to spin the cocoons. Small racks or the twigs are provided. Okay, these are small racks or twigs are provided in the trays to which cocoons get attached. During the period of the spinning, its cocoon is a silkworm is transformed into pupa. Okay. Topic is from cocoon to silk. How we get the silk from cocoon? Okay, I have told you about the cocoon. The caterpillar just secrete the sericin from the 2 openings from its head and just form the cocoon. And how we get the silk from the cocoon? The process of obtaining silk involves the following steps. First step is boiling. The cocoons are first boiled in the hot water or treated in the ovens to kill the pupa inside. Okay, if the larvae are not killed or the pupa inside is not killed and allowed to grow, they will break the cocoon. This will reduce the length of the silk fiber. And the second step, that is reeling. The process of taking out threads from the cocoon is called as reeling. Okay, this is the important topic, what you understand from the reeling. The process of taking out threads from the cocoon is called as reeling of the silk. Reeling is done in special machines which unwind the threads or the fibers of the silk from the cocoon. The fibers of the cocoon are too fine and delicate to handle, so many of them, in fact 3 to 10 fine filaments are reeled together to yield a stronger thread called the raw silk. Okay, stronger fibers are called as the raw silk. The inferior quality silk produced by damaged or waste cocoons is called as spun silk. Means superior quality is known as raw silk and inferior quality silk is known as spun silk. The third step is throwing. The raw silk is twisted to produce the thrown silk. Means throwing, twisting of the fibers is known as throwing. The process is called as throwing. This prevents the silk from splitting into the individual fibers. And fourth step is dyeing. The thrown silk is dyed for making the colored fibers. The dyed silk fibers are then spun into the silk threads, which are woven into the silk cloth by the weavers. Okay, so I want to tell you the variety of the natural silk. You have read a lot about the silk, so you have to know the variety of the silk. क्या क्या वैरायटी होती है? मलबरी सिल्क मॉथ, इट इज़ द मोस्ट कॉमन सिल्क मॉथ. द बल्क ऑफ द वर्ड सिल्क सप्लाई कम्स फ्रॉम द मलबरी सिल्क मॉथ. The silk from fiber from the cocoon of this moth is soft, okay, lustrous and elastic. It can be dyed in the beautiful colors. So most commonly reared silk moth is mulberry silk moth. And second one is tussar silk moth. Mainly feed on the arjun leaves. They produce the tussar silk. Okay, airy silkworm feed on the castor leaves. They produce the brick red silk called the airy silk. Okay, muga silk feed on the som leaves. They produce a lustrous golden yellow muga silk. Muga silk worms are found only in Assam and nowhere else in the world. Okay, so there are the different kinds of the silk moths and different kinds of the silk. Okay.